Oil-rich Middle East economies are in transition. They are diversifying their economies in a broad-based manner, from oil and petroleum-based economic activities to non-economic sectors. This new economic path and approach is critically important for attaining long-term goals of sustainable development, job creation, and creating more opportunities. One of the key aspects of this diversification agenda will be attained with strengthening their small and micro entrepreneurial driven companies and by way of facilitating innovation and startups. Promotion of entrepreneurship and small, micro, and medium sized enterprises are at the center of this agenda. In the Persian Gulf, oil was first discovered in Iran, and by 1911, a British concern, the Anglo-Persian Oil Company, was producing oil in Iran. A flurry of oil exploration activity occurred in the Gulf in the 1930s, with the United States and Britain competing with one another for oil concessions. On March 3rd, 1938, an American-owned oil well in Dammam, Saudi Arabia, drilled into what would soon be identified as the largest source of petroleum in the world. GCC countries have been concerned about the sustainability of their hydrocarbon revenues for decades. In the long term, oil and gas resources will eventually run out. Revenues from petroleum will decline in the face of reductions in global demand for fossil fuels. Higher demand for renewable energy and improvements in energy efficiency and storage will pave way for a radical shift in the global energy scenario. Gulf economies are embarking upon a major economic diversification project. Economic diversification in the Middle East refers to the transformation of oil and gas dependent economic development model into an economy where non-hydrocarbons play a significant role. The new focused sectors will include manufacturing industry, agriculture, tourism, IT, and IT related sectors. Economic diversification will help GCC economies minimize the risks associated with oil price fluctuations by reducing their reliance on a single finite resource and instead dispersing it across multiple potentially infinite resources. The expectation is that economic diversification will not only make the economy less vulnerable to risks associated with price swings in the short term, but it will also enable the economy to provide prosperity for the forthcoming generations when oil and gas reserves run out. The increased role of the private sector is the mainstay of the diversification agenda. This is expected to pump money into the economy from sources outside the energy sector. The private sector is also expected to bring in foreign money into domestic markets through foreign direct investments. Information technology and knowledge based economic activities are indeed gaining momentum in the Middle East. Entrepreneurship and innovation are promoted in a major way in these economies. A startup ecosystem is emerging and gaining traction. With enhanced support for startups, universities and such knowledge centers create multiple opportunities. There are more than 100 free economic zones in the region. There is a conducive business environment for knowledge workers, entrepreneurs, digital and IT enterprises, and technology based entrepreneurship as well. Today's Gulf cities are modern cities with advanced infrastructure. Digital technology and digital adoption are key to the businesses and citizens. Governments are leading from the front to bring in a fast technological revolution. Gulf states were always a location for job seekers from South Asia and other developing states. However, the job sector is shifting in favor of highly skilled manpower in these economies. Acquiring new skills and getting trained for adapting to a smart technology driven world is crucial for anyone aspiring to thrive in the new emerging economic space, which is driven by startups. The pace of technological advancement and adoption of technologies are quite fast. Many of these states have supported programs and schemes to integrate digital technologies, artificial intelligence, and other technologies with industries such as education, healthcare, transportation, and aviation. Artificial intelligence is a key part of the ambitious plans of many of these governments in their diversification programs. While Middle East is getting ready for the realities, how prepared are other regions in the developing societies for the future? Thank you for listening. Subscribe and stay tuned for our next video.